morning to you all. Today we will discuss 7 skills a planner needs in any organization. Every activity starts with planning. How do we recognize the skills required? The planner, how he acquires and delivers matters the most for any organization. This is Rameshwar Sharma Vedula. Would like to present to you the 7 skills required for a planner. When and how to plan. Planning is a continuous process. The moment we receive the order from the customer, we start thinking how to execute. What are the resources required? What are available? What are to be procured? How do we arrange? How it fits into the already existing plan? These are all we require to assess. Before receiving the order itself, in a yearly planning, we know our capacities, we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. We try to execute a roadmap for the whole year. This is nothing but plan for the year. That will be broken down into monthly plans, daily plans, and today we are in need of hourly planning. No matter which industry you are in, we require to plan. It may be a toy manufacturing, it may be a cable manufacturing, it may be a tile manufacturing, it may be a active pharma ingredients manufacturing, it may be a excipients manufacturing, it may be a formulation manufacturing. Everything needs meticulous planning and execution, which will result in intended reaching the goal in time, delivering the material to the customer on the day we promised. Planning is crucial and planner needs 7 basic skills. What are these basic skills? We'll explore in the coming slides. Planner needs technical skills. He need not have to be expert in the total production. At least he must know what is the sequence of processes, how best the equipment can be organized in a linear method so that the uninterrupted production can be the order of the day. Which machine fits next to which machine? What activity after the preceding activity? What is the next activity coming in? By the time the process started, are we having all the materials or not? How the ingredients are going to be used in? These basic skills of technical know-how will help in sequencing the lines, sequencing the production activity, sequencing the predecessor and subsequent activity requirements to identify and fulfill in time. This will help in ordering the materials in time. The concept of just in time can be better utilized if he knows the technical activities forming the production line the packing line, forming the logistics lines, and reaching to the customer right from the order receipt to execution. How it happens, if he knows, the planning will be better. The communication skills. What he intended to do. If he is able to map properly and communicate to all the stakeholders, to the right from the subordinates and peers, if he is able to explain his plans properly, the intended outcome, the execution and coordination will be better. The same he has to communicate with the purchase department to get the materials in time, to have a better control in warehouse, in quality. He will be acting as a helping hand for the production line people. This in turn will give him a free hand to change, modify, and adapt to the production needs. Once he is able to communicate better. If communication skills are lacking, the friction starts from the start itself. Plans will be disrupted. Each one will point out fingers at one another. Ultimately, the delivery lines will suffer. Deadlines will affect. The coordination between the customer and the supplier, the coordination between the production lines, the production deliveries to the warehouse, warehouse to logistics, logistics to customer, everything will get hampered. For one small mistake, we have to align whole thing differently. Takes time, money, and we may lose the customer also. So communication skills are very much important. Communication skills can be listening, reporting in time, taking feedback, aligning with the production plan and inventory plan, giving best fitted alternative, and making the team to accept. All depends on the communication skills the planner has. Another important skill the planner has to have is negotiation skills. You may be wondering why planner needs negotiation skills. Normally we know negotiation skills are required for the buyer, but in the context of planning, if the basic negotiation skills are mastered by a planner, he can negotiate with the customer for the better and reasonable delivery deadlines. The same he can execute through purchase the delivery deadlines for the incoming raw materials, so that no overcrowding in the warehouse, no any interruption in the production for want of materials, and he can better negotiate with the quality control to get the materials approved in time. He can better negotiate with the production team to optimize the resources, man, machine, money, material. Of course, time too. The negotiation skills of planner will help the logistics team to formalize a better understanding with the transporters, better understanding with the loaders, better understanding with the licensing people. All this will help in delivery deadlines, meeting analytical skills is a weapon in his armory of a planner. If he is able to gauge the requirements of the customer based on his past experience and his delivery commitments to the customer and execution times, the probable pitfalls, if he can analyze from the data available from the previous deliveries, the forecast available with him, and market conditions if he can analyze for raw material receipts and deliveries of the finished goods. If he can analyze logistic trends, if he can analyze price movements, if we can analyze the demand pattern, anticipating the demand based on the international trends, international market, the supplier probabilities, and customer having more suppliers for the same product, all the more the analytical skill required is a high level, because fine tune his requirements, fine tune the customer's requirements, and see that inventories are at low always. At the same time, all deliveries are met on time. This skill can be acquired through practice, and each planner will have this in a different degree. The more you can analyze, the better is for the organization and for his own self working. He will get motivated by the results what he get based on his analytical skills, and he will be on top always. Business skills. Why organizations are existing? For making profits. Though we do not utter we want profit, we will say we need customer satisfaction. We want to do more on time deliveries. We do want to reduce inventories. All kinds of goals will set, but we will less talk on we are there for profits. Any organization exists based on the profit making ability and sustainability of the continued business and profit generation. Profit is not a dirty word. We are there for that. How we can make a profit? Unless we have business skill. Every one of us must have a business skill. We are there to serve the customer. Customer is integral part of our own business. He is not an interruption. This so many times we heard. But when we receive a phone call from the customer, we hesitate to take also sometimes. It is just because of poor planning. Suppose we plan well, we are executing on time, we can deliver on time or even before if the customer customer business demands, then why do we hesitate? We are there for the customer. A mail, a phone call, he walks into our premises, we must welcome and deliver what he wants. That is our business. This skill is required for every one of us in the organization, and planner is not a separate entity. He is part of the business. So we must have the business skills. Leadership skills is another area where a planner has to work. He has to develop these skills. He should motivate his own people. He should motivate the departments around him: purchase, warehouse, production, logistics, licensing, to some extent even finance. He has to control his receivables. He has to control his credit worthiness of the customer. If he doesn't look into these areas, what we called, we are there for profit. It may slip, it may slow down, sometimes we may have to incur losses. So finance and planning, finance and business, all interrelated. If we are good at planning, we executed everything, the final product is lying in the warehouse, it attracts interest, blocking of the working capital, blocking of the place. He got a leadership skill. He can negotiate with the supplier, the customer, and reduce this burden. Leadership skill is not only at the top level, it has to be incorporated into each and every level, right from the grassroots. We are the face of the organization to the customer. This one skill will give him edge in negotiation, in business, in delivering the required goods to the customer in the shortest routes, shortest possible time, and on time every time. Adaptability and flexibility skills. This is one more important skill a planner must have when he is on the table to discuss the plan. It can be a yearly plan, it can be a monthly plan, it can be a quarterly plan, it can be a daily plan, it may be a hourly plan. Every time when he sits on the table, he got his own plan. The material inflow, the material outflow, he has to calibrate and deliver. If he is adaptable and flexible, he invites cooperation of all the departments. If he is adamant, hard, others also become rigid, friction, deliveries will affect. The outcome, what we expect from a planner is, with less cost, produce more value. This will miss if it is not flexible. This we cannot read from the books. We have to experience how better we are are aligned with other departments. Thank you for your patient hearing. Any other skills you feel it is important, please do write in the comments. Subscribe to my channel. In the process, we all will be learning and executing better to our own organizations. We grow, our organizations will grow. Thank you.